Okay, shall we start? Still people are joining. Okay. Shraddha, can you admit those who are joining new?
Okay.
Okay. So I'll go ahead with the sessions.
Yes, yes.
रेकॉर्डिंग केली ना नाही रेकॉर्डिंग म्यूट केलं ना स्क्रीनशॉट ते मागं टाकत कसं करू
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Very good afternoon, ma'am.
Myself, Monali Gorhe. I'm coach with Indian shooting team and I'm coaching in Nasik from last 19 years. I am associated with Excel Target Shooters Association and Fravashi International School from last 19 years. I have done my coaches certification from Sports Authority of India, from Asian Shooting Confederation, and from International Shooting Sports Federation. I have B license in pistol shooting. This concept to teach you basic in pistol. The idea is that most of the new players they know shooting, but they don't know the sports science or exact what to do, how to improve, how to pursue shooting at competitive level. And from last 8-9 years there are many new coaches, they are coming in shooting, and they are associated with small clubs, school, college, which is very good part. But to upgrade their knowledge, and if they are facing some problem, so they can this is the platform. It's not that I'm expert or I'll just dictate everything. We will discuss all the things which is related to shooting over here. First I'll give my
माईक ऑफ आहे माझा
is there any problem regarding voice?
No, ma'am, we can hear you clearly.
Okay, because I'm okay. This is just the platform we are discussing over here. What is the basic principle of shooting? And at the end of session, we will discuss more about whatever problem you are facing and what you understood through this session. And if you have any problem, or if you want to share some new knowledge which I also unaware, it's welcome. Then we will discuss everything at the end of the session. Okay, so
Yes.
now we'll start with the basic principle of shooting. uh, if you have played any team game like badminton, cricket, football, basketball, then you can compare our game with that any team game. So when I'm comparing this our shooting game with any other team game, then I find that shooting is more simple compared to other team game. Like for example, if you think about the cricket, there is only one batsman, there is only one bowler, and rest of the team is on the ground to do fielding. But they have a lot of coordinations for this game, that ball speed, then how uh, cricket batsmen hit the ball, and how the fielders do their job. So many more skills, tactics are involved in team game. But in shooting, if you see that there is only few basic things which we need to follow throughout from the beginning till the end, right? Once you know the safety principle of the shooting, that you have to handle gun very carefully, that you will not point the gun towards anyone, then you are mastering handling the gun. So what is next? if you're a pistol shooter, so you have to follow some basic principle, which we call basic technique. Once you have mastery in that basic technique, then you will be able to do very good shooting. Okay, so what is that basic principle? So first is your stance, how you stand. Okay, everyone can see I have changed the slide. Okay, so first basic principle or first basic technique of shooting is your stance, that is your body position, how you stand when you hold the gun in your hand. Okay, so I will look at this image. Sorry, I'll go back to the previous slide. Okay, so if you look at this slide, you can see the picture. Can anybody guess who is this in this picture? Any guess who is there in this picture? Okay, this is just I am asking. He is Mr. Anatoly Piddumini. Now he is no more. He was a coach for Hina Sidhu, Rahi, Ronak Pandit, and many few shooters from India. Okay, now we'll see what is the basic technique for stance. When you are holding the gun in your hand, what should be your basic principle to stand with the gun? So first, that your stance should be very comfortable, that you will not feel any stretch or any oddness in your while you are standing. Okay, second basic principle, your stability. When you are standing, there should be maximum stability in your stance. आपके बॉडी में ज्यादा से ज्यादा स्टेबिलिटी चाहिए कि आपकी बॉडी ज्यादा हिले ना. Okay, maximum I'm using English because few of them are joining from out of India and they don't know the Hindi, so I'll speak mixed language. Okay, so comfortable, maximum stability you should have when you hold the weapon. Then third is stamina effective. What is stamina effective? Like when you are holding 1 kilogram pistol in your hand, at that time you should hold that pistol for maximum duration. Like for example, to execute the shot we need hardly 12 seconds to 15 seconds, but to build strength in your hand or build stability, you are doing holding practice, so that practice you perform at least for 1 minute 2 minutes. Okay, so when you are holding pistol 1 minute in your hand, so maximum stability should be there when you are holding the pistol in your hand. Okay, so that much stamina you should have when you are holding the pistol, so that's why it is stamina effective. Then next point is natural body position. What is the natural body position? That if you are standing in the center of the target, आप टारगेट के सेंटर में जब खड़े रहते हो, तब आपको कहीं पे भी means you should not feel that you are pulling your body to somewhere else. Like if you are standing in center of your target, that is target number 10, And when you're standing in front of target number 10 and you're feeling that your body is pulling towards target number 9, it means that somewhere your body position is not natural, your body zero is not proper, because it is pulling you towards target number 9. It means that somewhere you need to correct your body position, you need to correct your body zero. Okay, so when you are taking stance, when you check the body zero, naturally your body should position should align in the center of the target. That is the natural body position. Then next point, that is constant position. Like when you are shooting 40 shot match or 60 shot match, it means that for one and a half hour to 2 hours you are there on the lane, right from the occupy the lane, preparation time, and the match when the match gets start. So your stamina should be there when you are taking when you are standing in your lane. So for a longer duration you should be able to stand. That is constant position. Okay, alignment. Again, your alignment is also connected with your body position and with your stance. How? Like when you are focusing on your sight alignment, that is relation of backside view and front sight eye. But few shooters, they observe that their front sight is either sticking towards right side or left side, or it is down or up. So somewhere it is related to your body position also. If your body position is not perfect, then it might there is a lot of error in your sight alignment also. Okay, so your uh, stance is related to your sight alignment also. Then position of feet, you can see down you can see this in this picture that his Anatoly's toes are little outward. So we will come to that point about the individual body posture, because it is not mandatory that toe should be outside, but for his height and body and weight, he he is comfortable to keep his toe little outward. Okay, so this fit position is also very important, because of fit position there are chances that your execution of shot may shift from right to left. So you have to take care of your fit position also. Next point is your leg position, that your leg means that your whole body weight should be equally distributed on both leg, and center of gravity should be proper, so you will get proper stability and proper body position. Then your hip joint. In pistol shooting or in rifle shooting also, but I'm talking about pistol shooting, your each and every joint should be immovable when you are executing the shot. It means that it should be in lock position. Lock means tala or chabi leke wala lock nahi, but it should be immovable. Then next point is your neck. Your neck position is very important. Again, your neck position, your sight alignment, and your body position is having relation with each other. Most of the time I'm getting complaint from the shooters that my front sight is going towards right or left. Why it's happen? First, that there is error in your stance. Second, there is lack of flexibility in your neck muscles, that why you are not able to turn your head, and because you don't able to turn your head properly, there is stiffness in your neck muscles, and that's why you're not able to see backside you and front side relation clearly, and that's why most of the time your front sight is either sticking towards left or it is sticking toward right. So if if your coach and your shooters are complaining that your front sight is sticking to a right or left, then please check that they have sufficient flexibility in their neck muscles. That is not the only reason because of there is stiffness in your neck, that's why your front side is going right or left. There is many more issues of why your front side is going towards right or left, that we'll discuss in our next presentation. Next, your head position. Many beginners, they are facing problem with the head position, again because they are having lack of strength in their shoulder, lower back, and they are not able to keep their head position constant. So advisable is this that first build your strength, so you will be able to keep your head position properly, because your head is the heaviest part of your body. Secondly, few shooters, when they are practicing and they are in competition season, and still they are not able to keep their head position properly, so advisable for them to wear blinder. So when you wear the blinder, there is iris part is there, so you will be able to keep your head position properly, and you can watch sight alignment from the center of that iris. Then next important point is your left hand position. You can see in this picture that this left hand has kept in the pocket and it is relaxed. There is no pressure. I'll request whose mic is on, please mute it, because a lot of disturbance is there. Okay. You can see left hand position, it is relaxed, comfortably kept in the pocket. Then your shooting hand is in such a way that neck is straight, hand is properly, constantly is watching the side. So your shooting hand, your shoulder, elbow, wrist, all these three joints should be in lock position. Lock means there is no movement. Then gripping the weapon. Your position is again related with your gripping also. We will see more technique or how to hold the grip properly in the next slide of your how to grip the weapon. But to grip your weapon properly, your again there is relation of your stance also. Okay, but we will see that in how to grip the weapon. So all these, like comfortable, stable, stamina effective, all these are the basic principle you should keep in mind while taking the position. If their coaches and instructor are watching this, please take care of all these points when you are teaching your child how to take position. So please observe all these points, and if you find any difficulty in this point, so you can correct them according to this point. Okay, now we'll move to the next slide. Okay, can you able to see next slide?
Yes, Di.
Okay. Okay, this is just the picture. All these are the beginners or national player, and I have just presented a simple picture. There is two picture in my left hand side picture. Two shooters are standing, and at my right hand, four of them are standing. Three of them are in position. So you just watch one by one and just observe how is their feet position, how is their neck position, what do you feel that can you able to see that they are standing comfortably, or there is some odd position of feet, neck, or muscle tone. Just observe it. I am giving you 15 seconds to observe. Sorry. Okay. Now I'll tell you observation. Then at the end of the session, you can tell me your observation of this picture. From my left hand side, first shooter, his name is Vivek. You can check his feet that he has taken little wider distance compared to his shoulder. His neck is okay. We can observe that yes, his muscle tone or all the locks of his body is okay. So this is okay stance. Next shooter with yellow t-shirt, just observe his position. His neck is little bent and his chin is little touching towards his shoulder. So his feet position is okay, his left hand position is okay, but there is little correction in his neck and head position. Because of this position, there are chances that he will lead towards injury in your trapezius muscle, that is muscle of back of this shoulder. Okay. Okay, in next picture, first shooter, you can observe that his neck is little tilting. So it means that maximum weight of his head he is putting back. Again, I'll request someone is mic is, please mute your mic. Okay.
Ma'am, if the host can mute everyone's mics, it will be better.
I have muted, but it is continuously disturbing me that every time I have to check whose mic is muted or unmuted. So better way that shooter should observe whether it is mute or unmute. Okay. Shraddha, please take care.
I'm not getting that option here in my window. So please shooter, as madam is giving presentation also, and she is host also. So it's not possible to look after other things and on presentation also.
Okay, so please
keep your mic on mute. Whenever you want to speak, please raise your hand, unmute, and then speak.
Okay. I'm talking about next picture. First shooter, his head and neck position is little tilting towards right side. It means that maximum of his head weight is towards right. His position is okay, his feet position is okay, his hand position is okay, but he need to correct his head and neck position. Then you can observe next shooter. Her stance, her feet is okay. Even her left hand is also okay, comfortable. Right hand is okay. So this is good position, maximum stability, and you can observe that all locks are fine. Then next shooter is in the ready. She is getting ready, but you can observe the last shooter. His fit position is also okay. His left hand in the pocket, that is comfortably placed. His shooting hand position is also okay. His head and neck is also okay. But if you'll ask me according to the coach perspective, then I'll say that there is little no firmness in his position, or this shooter need to work more on his muscle lock or muscle control, and then only he will get maximum stability. This position, this shooter might improve by focusing on his fitness exercise, and need lot of workout on his muscle tone. So this shooter will improve his position. Okay, why I'm telling you, or why I'm giving you all this example, because all of you are shooters, and most of you are beginners. Some of you are playing at national level, some of you are playing at Indian team trial level. When shooter come to us and we train them, at that time coach observe that there is lot of correction need to be done in his position or on his fitness level. So I'll advise all shooters or all coaches that your fitness is must, because if you don't have sufficient fitness, you will not be able to take proper stance. So give time to maximum fitness. Okay, now we'll move to the next slide. Okay, everyone's slide got changed.
Yes, D.
Okay, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. One reply is sufficient. Thank you. Okay. Now here you can see all these are Indian team shooters. With the white t-shirt, he is Gurpreet Singh, Olympian, many international medalists in rapid fire pistol, and his main game is rapid fire. But in 2016 Rio Olympic, he has won Olympic quota in air pistol. You can see his stance, his feet position is perfect, his shoulder, his left hand and his right hand shooting hand is okay, his neck and head position is perfect, and maximum stability and good stance. Next shooter you can watch, next who is standing in front of him, she is Pushpanjali Rana. Her feet position is also okay, left hand position is also okay, shooting hand position is also okay. At her next, she Chinky Yadav. Recently, she has won Olympic quota for 2020 Tokyo Olympic in 25-meter sports pistol event. But right now, you are watching her in 10-meter range. You can observe her stance. She is very thin and tall shooter. She have maximum weight at her left leg. She is leaning little back, but I think this position is used to for her, and she is continuously proving her results also. Okay, we'll move to the next slide. Okay, now here in this slide, first shooter with camouflage t-shirt, you can see she is Shweta Chaudhary. She is again multi-international medalist shooter. Her position is ideal position. There is proper distance in her feet. Her legs is also parallel. You can observe that she has equally distributed her upper body weight into on her two legs properly. So her center of gravity is also good, and she is getting maximum stability in her stance. Her shooting a hand, her left hand is also properly relaxed. Her head and neck position is also good. Next, behind Shweta, you can observe one shooter who is wearing black trouser and black t-shirt. You can observe her stance. Her left leg is little back compared to her right leg. Actually, this is according to the sports science, this is little odd stance, or maybe she's not able to comfortable in that stance, but uh, after many years of practice, she is used to with this stance, and she's practicing at and currently she is in Indian team. Again, behind her back, you can see Sri Devetha. Yashaswini Deswal also has won Olympic quota for 2020 Tokyo Olympic. And again, behind her, Chinky Yadav. Just now we have seen her from back. Now you can observe her stance from front. Okay, we'll move to the next slide. Okay. Now here is our star player, Manu Bakir, maximum medals from 2019 to 2022. Currently, she has also won Olympic quota 2020 Olympic, Tokyo Olympic, and she has won many medals in Commonwealth, Asian Games, juniors, and very young athlete, aspiring shooter. And her stance is very good, ideal stance, maximum stability. There is no any chances of injury, but so you can observe her stance also. Next shooter is Abhishek Verma. He has also won Olympic quota for this 2020 Tokyo Olympic. Now it will be 2021 Tokyo Olympic. His position is also good. Now we'll move to the next slide. Yes. You can watch his position. This blue shirt position is of one international competition, and the brown t-shirt position, or he's practicing while our coaching camp was going on. So there was little bend in his back, and then he has corrected his stance, and now this blue t-shirt position, you can observe, this is ideal one. Little he's bending his neck and head, his shoulder, elbow is okay, but maximum stability he is achieving in this position. And currently again he has won Tokyo Olympic quota for 2021. He is Asian Game medalist, Olympic medal, Youth Olympic medalist, Commonwealth medalist, many record on his name. He is very young athlete. Yes, there is little correction to be needed in his head and neck position, but I think he's practicing this position since from many years, so he used to it, but might be in future he need to work out on in his deltoid position and head and neck position. Okay, we'll move to the next slide. Okay, I'll get back to the again first slide. Okay, why I have shown you beginner shooters picture and recently who are in Indian team and who are performing at international level. I just wanted to give you little broader vision. You have seen that there is very good stance, those who are recently in Indian team and they are performing at international and winning all international medals also. Some of shooters are having excellent stance, but some of them need to correct their stance. That's why I've shown this picture, that if you are a beginner shooter that recently you have started practice or you are practicing at national level, there are still chances you can improve your position by just following all these basic tips. First, that you should have maximum comfortness in your position. Comfortness, it doesn't mean that you are sitting in the chair and the AC is on and you are watching a movie. It doesn't mean the comfortness of stance. You just um, observe that when you are standing, you should not feel any odd stretch or your muscle is pulled somewhere. It should not happen while taking stance. You should able to stand properly without squeezing any muscle or giving any stretch to your muscle. That is comfortness. Then you should able to achieve maximum stability in that stance. It should be stamina effective for longer duration. You should able to stand in that position. Then natural body position means that it should not pull your stance somewhere else. I'm just revising it for you. Okay. Then constant position, that position should be constant because you're playing 40 shot match 60 shot match. Your alignment should be natural. Your feet position, leg position, hip position, neck position, head position, left hand, shooting hand, your gripping, it should be proper when you are holding the stance. Okay. And last is individual body position. So I have shown you some picture what is the difference of individual body position and what need to be correct in that position. Okay. So you are beginners, so take care of your stance by following all these basic scientific principle, so you will have good and long shooting life. Okay. Now we'll shift to the grip. Our next basic principle of shooting is your gripping. If you'll ask me as a coach, I have worked with Sri Lanka shooting team. Recently I am with Indian shooting team. I have with me lot of experience and head coaches are there in the Indian shooting team with foreign coaches, and our chief coaches are also there. When we work together, we are observing many top shooters or many beginner shooters. They are just complaining about their grip कि मैम ये grip यहाँ से ज्यादा मोटी है, यहाँ से यहाँ घिसते रहते हैं, कहीं पे भी भरते रहते हैं. They are just keeping in their grip. Even I observed that many new beginner shooters also, they are just complaining about their grip. Why they are complaining? Because they are observing. They are observing that many shooters are modifying their grip, and so सबको लगता है कि यार मुझे भी modify करना है. And they start modifying their grip, but ultimately they are not getting any result. So again I'll give you some basic principle of gripping, how to grip properly. if you'll observe this picture, thumb and first finger, that is trigger finger. So you can see this blue circle. So this blue circle, this center blue, and the trigger finger first pair. So all these 3 points should come together when you are squeezing the trigger. So maximum pressure from this in between the thumb and this 3 finger. Okay. So principle of gripping is that your grip should be firm when you are holding the pistol. It should be comfortable, that like there is it should not be too tight or too loose, and your trigger finger should move smoothly, continuously straight back. There should not be any pressure in your trigger finger. Okay. What will happen if you will not hold your grip properly? So what is the disadvantage of wrong gripping? First, sighting error. Like as I said when I was talking about the stance, I said I'll talk gripping little later. So why there is sighting errors? Because if you will not hold the grip properly, again I will go back to this picture which you have seen in this slide. Just see, if you apply the pressure in between the thumb and first finger, so middle, this blue point here, you are applying the pressure, and these 3 fingers in the center of this, you are applying the pressure. So when you are squeezing the trigger finger will come straight back from this red line. Okay. So if your sight alignment is proper, your grip is firm and fixed, your shot will execute in the center of the target. But if there is wrong pressure you are giving in your gripping, in your grip, so there is might chances that your front eye will move toward left, right, up, down, anywhere it will move when you are squeezing the trigger. So you have to take care that you have to apply the pressure to the grip from the center of the trigger finger, thumb. So this center point is your pressure point and the 3 fingers. So मराठीमध्ये जसं आपण म्हणतो की मुठ्ठीमध्ये, लाईक आपके मुठ्ठी में ग्रिप आनी चाहिए. ठीक है. सो that firmness should be there when you are gripping the pistol. Then what is next disadvantage? If many new beginners or those who are joining the club, school new, they are using club or school ki weapon. So most of them, that grip size, either it is too small or too big for the young shooters, and they are holding that grip very tightly, and because that is club weapon or school weapon, they are not able to modify that grip, and they are holding a weapon anyhow, and they have lack of strength in their hand also. So there are chances that they will lead towards injury, and most of the pistol shooters are facing tennis elbow injury. So suggestion for that first, correct the way of gripping. Second, build strength in your forearm, wrist, palm, fingers, and so follow the exercise for that strengthening. Then next disadvantage of wrong gripping is last moment wrist break. अगर आपकी grip सही नहीं हो, if your gripping is wrong, then there is chances that last moment your wrist get either up or down. There is lot of wrist errors, or you are not able to keep your wrist locked for longer time. So your gripping should be proper. Then next disadvantage, no control in triggering. Again, sorry, when you are taking a grip, if you have proper gripping, then you will be able to take that your trigger, there will be no pressure in your trigger finger. Your trigger finger movement is little very less or zero movement in your trigger finger. So there are chances that you will execute shot properly. Okay, so if your gripping is good, you will able to move your trigger finger properly. Then next, no control on triggering. Again, I said same. And trigger snatching. That if there is lot of error in your gripping, then at last moment you will just snatch the trigger. That you will pull your trigger very fast, or you will give jerk while you are triggering. So again, follow the basic principle of gripping. Your grip should be fixed, firm, comfortable, and there should not be any pressure in your trigger finger. Okay, so maximum uh, result you will get when you will do proper gripping. So we'll move to the next slide. You can see again where you have to give okay. So in first picture you can see that in between thumb and first finger there is red circle. So that point is there, you will give maximum pressure. Then next picture you are seeing that in palm where the red circle is there, again there is maximum pressure. All this picture is from ISSF website, so it is all scientifically proven that this gripping style is perfect and accurate and advisable for everyone to follow this. Okay, so all this picture credit goes to ISSF Academy. So you can see again these three fingers where the blue line is given, so that area should have maximum pressure. Regarding these three fingers, I'll tell you 100% pressure in this middle finger, then 80% here, and little less pressure in your little finger. So this is the advisable pressure point while you are taking your grip. We'll move to the next slide. Okay, so first we have seen stance, second we have seen gripping, third important point in pistol shooting, that is your sight alignment. When you match your back view, front eye, and your backside view and front side relation is like a W or English E. So you must keep this back view and front eye for longer duration in stable position. If you will not able to keep this back view and front eye properly, then you can see that your shot, if your front eye is down, your shot will go down. If it is up, it will go up. If it is right, it will go right. If it is left, it will go left. So if your sight align is proper, then you will see shoot shot in the center of the target. Then here you can see three pictures are there. If it's in first picture, down the picture it is written that any human being cannot see two object at a time. आप दोनों चीजें एक साथ नहीं देख सकते. दोनों इन द सेंस जो चीज आपके सामने है और उसके पीछे अगर दूर पे कोई है, so you will be able to focus only either at the closer distance or at the longer distance. Okay, so दोनों चीजें आप एक साथ नहीं देख सकते हो. अगर आप आगे की चीज देखने जाओगे, if you shift your focus from sight to the target, your sight will become blur. So here you can see in the picture that your sight has become blur because you are focusing on the target. So this is not at all advisable. First picture is also not at advisable. that some shooters, what they are doing, that a second they are shifting focus to the target, again they are moving focus to the side, target side, which is very, it is not at all advisable, and it will give you very bad result for long term shooting. So just focus on sight. If you're shifting your focus from sight to the target, again it is not advisable, because you will not able to see your sight, your moment, your brain will not give message to trigger finger that it has to go on moving. So a lot of distractions will come if you look at the target. Okay, so last picture, that is advisable, that your target should be blur and your focus should be properly on sight alignment. So this is advisable a vision where you have to see. So sight alignment is matter a lot when you are shooting. We'll move to the next slide. Breathing. Excuse me, I'll just take water. So our first principle was how to stand. We have seen a lot of scientific principle how to take a stance. Then second, we have seen how to hold the grip, how to keep your grip firmly, where should be the exactly pressure point when you are taking grip. Then we have seen sight alignment, relation of sight alignment, where exactly you have to watch the sight, where should be your focus when you are executing shot. Next is your breathing pattern. The I have seen, observed, or I have got a lot of complaint from the shooters that last moment they are not able to feel fresh and they need to take next breath. Why it's happened? Because everyone's lungs capacity is different, everyone's heart rate is different, every individual is having different physical fitness level. So everyone's holding breath, but while exhaling breath timing is different, inhaling breath timing is different. So ideally, what is advantage when you are executing shot? So when you land in your aiming area, that is final aiming area, you start aiming process. So at that time, maximum of the air from your lungs should be out, and that is calm position of your body, and that time is the ideal time to execute the shot. Hardly few shooters they inhale and execute shot, but that is not advisable. Inhale, hold the breath and execute the shot. Few shooters are practicing, but ideally advisable is that in, out, in, when you entering finally in aiming area, start exhaling 90-95% your breathe is exhale, and there ideally you will execute the shot, and till the end of follow through you will keep that calmness for longer duration. Longer duration means hardly for 4 to 5 seconds you have to exhale it, stay in that calm position, and then at the end of follow through breathe in. So this is the ideal how to take breathe, from where to take breathe, from where to start exhaling. Again it is depend on individual shooters. So this graph is just ideal graph to explain how to inhale and how to exhale, but this graph is not for each and every shooter. Each and every shooters, they should have their own graph, they should have their own timing of breathe in and breathe out. अगर एक शूटर का ब्रीदिंग एंड ब्रीद आउट का टाइम 4 से 5 सेकंड है, तो मे बी दूसरे शूटर्स का 7 to 8 सेकंड का रह सकता है. So again, it is coach's task to sit with that shooter, observe their breathing pattern, give them exercise to improve their breathe holding capacity, and let them stay longer duration without taking breath. So there is a lot of pranayama and different kind of exercise, and fitness will help you to build your exhaling capacity and stay fresh, calm, in longer duration when you are exhaling. So your breathing pattern is very important. So work with your coach, observe your breathing pattern, write down in your diary what is your exhaling capacity, inhaling capacity, and what is your ideal short execution time. Okay, so your again breathing pattern is very important part of your basic technique. Now we'll move to the next. Air pistol triggering. Okay, we'll take just 5-minute break. Okay, if you want to go drink water, get fresh, come back in 5 minutes, and we will continue after 5 minutes. Okay, take a break, then we'll continue air pistol triggering technique. भूमी नाशिकला आली का? हॅलो. भूमी नाशिकला आली का?
नाही मॅम पुण्याला.
पुण्याला आहे. ओके.
नाही मॅम पुणे.
अच्छा अच्छा. ओके ओके. Okay, all are here. Yeah, clear, ma'am. Oh, okay, we'll start air pistol triggering technique. We'll move to the next slide. Okay. Jayavardhana, guess whose photo is this? Yes, this shooter is from Sri Lanka, Mr. Suranga. Okay. Now air pistol triggering. There is again 2-3 types of triggering. Few shooters are practicing, but I'll advise you this first pull and second pull triggering. Here we divide trigger weight in 2 stages. First stage trigger weight, that is 70% trigger weight you have to take when you enter on the target. Okay, so that is near about 350 gram trigger weight you are taking when you are entering on the target. And then you land in your aiming area. Once you land in your aiming area, your sight alignment is proper, and then you start second stage pressure. So that second stage pressure is little less, that is just 30 gram, 30% trigger weight, that is 150 gram. Few shooters, they like that their first stage weight is little light and second stage weight is little heavy. Again, this is according to the individual shooter, how they practice and what they feel, that whether they want first stage weight little heavy or second stage weight little heavy. So again, I said this is again up to individual shooters, what they feel and where they get maximum result, that weight should they divide. Okay, so ideally first stage weight at the when they enter on the target, that is checkpoint, and second stage weight 30% when they land in their aiming area and they start their second stage weight. Okay, now we'll move to the next slide. Okay, this first stage weight, we call in, it's in high technique above the black bull. You can see the target image is there, and above the black bull sight alignment is there you are observing sight and you are taking first stage weight. So you are applying pressure to the trigger, 70% pressure you will apply in the first pull. Then few shooters practice that they are continuously applying the trigger pressure when they are crossing the black bull and entering in the aiming area. So again, I'll say it is different pattern for different shooter. So coach has to observe shooter that where they are getting maximum result, that time, that kind of trigger weight or pulling pressure they should advise to their shooters. And when they land in aiming area, why little less trigger weight? Because when they land in aiming area, they have to observe maximum stability, minimum moment. So if trigger weight is less, shooter will execute trigger very quickly. Quickly means not fast, but there is little less pressure they have to pull. So last second stage weight should be little less compared to first stage weight. So it will be advisable for shooter to execute shot with little less weight when they are executing shot in final aiming area. So triggers second travel is short. Now we'll move to the next slide. Okay, first we have seen high technique. High technique means that shooter entering in the aiming area from the up. Few shooters, they have practice like this practice is mostly done in sports pistol, but few shooters, hardly 1% 2% shooters, they practice that in air pistol also. They are entering directly in the aiming area from down, like when they lift the gun from the table, they directly enter in the aiming area instead of uh, picking up pistol up and entering on the target above the black bull. They prefer that from table directly they enter the pistol there and form the sight in the at 6 o'clock. That is called low technique. So in low technique also, few shooters, they take maximum trigger weight, that is first stage weight, when their pistol is rested on the table and when they enter on the in the aiming area, and then second stage pressure they start. So when he approach in rough aiming area, lower edge of target, he starts second stage weight and finished trigger pull force in final aiming area. Okay, this is low technique. So I have discussed two technique. One technique is entering from the above the black bull, and this technique is from aiming directly entering in the aiming area. Now we'll move to the next slide. Aiming area triggering. Few shooters, again this is third type of technique. Few shooters, they're practicing that their first pull, their second pull, and last trigger break directly done in aiming area. Shooter add pressure to trigger directly in final aiming area, that is below black bull. In this trigger technique, first stage travel is very short. Again, shooters and coaches listen it very carefully, that each and every trigger technique is different, and for each and every trigger technique the trigger setting is little different. So aiming area triggering, in this trigger technique, first stage travel is very short or almost no. ये ट्रिगर टेक्निक में फर्स्ट ट्राइवल जो है, जो हमने प्रीवियसली देखा कि देर वाज 70% weight shooter need to apply in first stage, but in this aiming area triggering there is very low trigger weight when shooter apply start to end pressure in aiming area. Shooter press the trigger from start to end in final aiming area. Few shooters keep contact with trigger shoe when they approach in final aiming area. Hina Sidhu is applying this technique very successfully, and very few shooters applying this technique very successfully because they have practiced this technique from longer duration. Okay, now we'll move to the next slide. Trigger action. Wherever is trigger taken, start trigger should be. Trigger finger move continuously in the final aiming area process without any hesitation. Like when you start moving the trigger, it should move smooth, continuous and straight back. Action of trigger finger is individual. There should not be any pressure in your trigger finger. While triggering, no additional pressure in grip or trigger finger. Correct placement of trigger finger. First phalang on trigger shoe. That many shooters do mistake, that they are keeping their first phalang anywhere in trigger shoe. So ideally is that if you're using air pistol, or if you're shooting with air pistol, that in the center of that first phalang of trigger finger, you should keep that first phalang in center of the trigger shoe. You can see in the picture, first picture, that where is red is marked. Ideally you have to keep your this trigger finger in trigger shoe. So when you apply to the apply pressure to the trigger, you will able to pull trigger straight back without any hesitation. Now we'll move to the next slide. Okay, what will happen if you're not able to pull your trigger properly? If trigger is pulled badly, its effect on performance. You can see in this picture that target and where the shot got executed. Shot कहाँ पे चले ये आप देख सकते हो. Sorry. You can see in this picture कि shot, few shots are towards right, towards left, up and down, और किस एक जगह खींचे हुए. Few shots are there that which have just grouping is good, but all they are either left side of the target, right side of the target, everywhere in the target. So why this is happening? Because trigger snatching is there, last moment trigger jerk is there, while triggering focus is shifting on the target. So all these are errors when shooter is executing shot with bad trigger. Okay, too much trigger weight, अगर trigger weight ज़्यादा भी हो तो भी ये error आ सकती है. Wrong trigger setting, that as I said, I have shown you 3 types of triggering. First pull triggering, high aiming area triggering, low aiming area triggering, area triggering. Three types of triggering I have given you example. So all these 3 types of triggering need different setting of trigger weight. So if shooter is using number 1 technique but his trigger setting is different, then there are might chances he will do lot of mistakes. So again, it is, if that shooter is beginner, it is coach's task to observe what kind of trigger technique you are teaching to your child and what kind of setting that trigger needed. That is coach's for the beginner, it is coach's job to correct it. And if you are advanced player, then you should learn how to set your trigger according to your trigger pattern. Okay, so you will able to shoot proper shots on the target. Okay, we'll move to the next slide. Okay, here I have just given you one video. Everyone can see the video?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can observe in this video that shooter is holding the gun. Again, I'll replay it.
Ma'am,
Yes, I'm just replaying it. Can you see video?
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes, ma'am.
just observe the trigger pattern, how smoothly that trigger is broken. Okay. So your trigger action should be smooth, continuous, straight back, no hesitation, no jerking. Now we'll move to the next slide. How to improve trigger? Sorry.
If it is going there, do all 5 there only. All 5 or all 10. You can make a group, no? Make a group there.
Okay. How to improve trigger? You can do few exercise when you are improving the trigger.
So you want to get it here.
Double trigger engage exercise, like you are engaging the trigger, disengaging the trigger. Do this exercise on wall, white target, black target. Then ball exercise. Take that yellow smile ball, squeeze it, hold that tension, and remove the tension of from the trigger finger and just squeeze it like as you are actually applying the pressure to the trigger. Then next exercise, do support training and keep your weapon in stable position, your body posture in stable position, and just move your trigger finger. Okay, so support training will help you to improve your trigger action. Pull the trigger positively, continuously, straight back. Okay, we'll move to the next slide. Okay, last technique of air pistol shooting, that is follow through. Again I'll revise. First we have learned stance, ideal stance. Second, gripping, scientific method of gripping. Third, sight alignment. Fourth, breathe in, breathe out, your breathing pattern. Fifth, your trigger action. And the sixth, last one is your follow through. If your stance is perfect, your grip is perfect, your breathing pattern is perfect, ideally you are executing shot in respiratory pause or in very calm breath, your trigger action is perfect. But at the end of trigger action, immediately if you'll move your pistol, then all what you have done gone in dustbin, because you have not done follow through. So follow through is that much important. After executing shot, your focus is on sight, your trigger is pressed, your breath is calm, and you are just observing sight. So this follow through should perform minimum 1 second, maximum 3 to 5 seconds. So if your follow through is good, you will be able to recall that shot properly, your muscle tone is perfect. So just keep in mind, for beginners, just keep counting in mind that after execution shot, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then keep your weapon down. If you are an advanced shooter, after execution of shot, call that shot, engage your mind by calling the shot, keep your trigger press, keep your breath calm, keep your muscle tone same. That is follow through. So follow through, it doesn't mean that just focusing on sight. Follow through means with the weapon, that follow through is of your whole body system. Okay, okay, so today we will stop over here. All today we have seen all the basic technique, right from stance to your gripping, triggering, breathe in, breathe out, everything we have seen in this basic technique. Okay, now tomorrow same 3 p.m. we will see what make a successful shooter. कि अगर आप brand new athlete ho and you are making yourself as an athlete, you are turning as a shooter, as a beginner shooter, as an advanced shooter. So ये सब टेक्निक एक सक्सेसफुल शूटर कब बनता है, ये सब टेक्निक अप्लाई करने के बाद. So that we will see tomorrow. before that I will like to say you ki if you have any questions for today's session, you can ask right now. If you don't have any questions for right now, if you want to ask it tomorrow, please ask it, write it down or email me, or at the end of tomorrow's session, you can ask me that question. Tomorrow we will see what makes a successful
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Yes. Any question now?
Ma'am, one question I asked,
Yes.
how to check central gravity? Central gravity, how to check?
How to check center of gravity? Okay. When you hold, okay, you are a parachuter.
Yes, ma'am, parachuter.
Okay. Do you take support while shooting? That are you taking? Are you sitting on the chair and shooting, or you are standing and shooting?
In chair.
In chair.
Using a stool table.
Okay. Okay. So when you are using stool, when you are sitting on the stool and you are aiming in the target, you are observing the side, do you feel that आपका जो weight है, body weight, वो right पैर पे ज्यादा जा रहा है, left पैर पे ज्यादा जा रहा है, या center में है? कभी आपने चेक किया है? क्योंकि जैसे आप yes
Yes, ma'am, tell me.
सी जैसे आप वेपन हाथ में पकड़ते हो, राइट? तो
Yes.
राइट हैंड से अगर आप पिस्तौल पकड़ रहे हो तो नेचुरली आपका जो बॉडी वेट है वो टुवर्ड्स राइट जाता है, बिकॉज आपका हाथ अपने टारगेट के ऊपर पॉइंट किया है. तो तब लेफ्ट शोल्डर है वो थोड़ा सा नेचुरली पीछे आता है, राइट? तो बिकॉज राइट हैंड में आपकी अपने 1 किलो की गन पकड़ी रहती है, विच इज अबाउट 900 ग्राम और 950 ग्राम, राइट? तो ये हाथ खड़ा होने के बाद थोड़ा सा शोल्डर से आप पीछे लीन हो जाओगे. तो अगर आप लोअर बॉडी लाइक कमर के नीचे का हिस्सा अगर आप ऑब्जर्व करोगे कि दोनों पैरों पे आप बैठे हुए हो, तभी दोनों पैरों पे आपका इक्वली आपका अपर बॉडी वेट डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो रहा है और सेंटर पॉइंट बराबर है. लाइक अगर वो बॉडी के आप दो हिस्से करोगे और सेंटर में पूरा वेट आ रहा है, सो दैट इज सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी. इट मीन्स दैट इफ योर पोजिशन इज परफेक्ट, यू विल आपको ज्यादा से ज्यादा स्थिरता उस पोजिशन में मिलेगी.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
ओके, वेलकम. एनीवन?
Ma'am, can I ask one question?
Yes, yes.
Ma'am, I would like to know something more about wrist lock. What is it and how to achieve it? Yeah.
See, पिस्तौल शूटर जैसे राइफल शूटर्स में आपने देखा लास्ट टाइम कि आपको मैक्सिमम सपोर्ट रहता है, राइट? पिस्तौल शूटर में आप खाली ये पाम और फिंगर से पिस्तौल की ग्रिप पकड़ते हो. ओके, उसके बाद ये ग्रिपिंग के बाद नेक्स्ट पार्ट आता है, दैट इज योर रिस्ट. ओके, इफ अगर ये रिस्ट है, आपने पिस्तौल तो अच्छी पकड़ी है, ग्रिप अच्छी लिया है, बट आप रिस्ट ढीला छोड़ दे रहे हो, तो क्या होगा? आपकी गन एकदम भगवान को आरती करते वैसे वो घूमेगी, राइट? So because after this palm, immediately first joint which is rotating in 360 degree, अगर इस जॉइंट को आप कंट्रोल नहीं करोगे, कंट्रोल मीन्स क्या है? ये जो जॉइंट है इसकी जो ये 360 डिग्री मूवमेंट है, ये आपको फॉर फ्यू सेकंड कंट्रोल करनी है. कंट्रोल करनी है मीन्स इसको आपको थोड़ा सा टाइट करना है. टाइट मीन्स नॉट टू टाइट कि वो उल्टा शिवर हो जाए, बट ये जो मोमेंट है ये स्टॉप करनी है. तो फॉर दिस एक तो आपको मैन्युअली ब्रेन को कमांड देके वो स्टॉप करनी पड़ेगी, टाइट करना पड़ेगा ये। दूसरा, इसके लिए आपको काम करना, फिटनेस करना पड़ेगा, राइट। अगर आप हाथ पे चलोगे, मंकी वॉक करोगे तो उसको स्ट्रेंथ मिलेगी। अगर आप चपाती कर रहे हो तो इसको स्ट्रेंथ मिलेगी। आप हाथ में वेट लेके ये एक्सरसाइज कर रहे हो तो इसको स्ट्रेंथ मिलेगी। तो इसको स्ट्रेंथ मिलेगी तो आप ये जो अगर टाइट करोगे तो ये ज्यादा से ज्यादा टाइम के लिए ये टाइट रहेगा, अदरवाइज थोड़ी देर बाद ये लूज, ढीला पड़ जाएगा। तो इन पिस्तौल शूटिंग wrist लॉक, लाइक इफ यू आर एग्जीक्यूटिंग शॉट, जब आप शॉट चलाते हो और ये छोड़ दिया, शॉट 12 o'clock जाएगा, ये नीचे छोड़ दिया, शॉट 6 o'clock जाएगा, ये थोड़ा सा ऐसा कर दिया, बिकॉज एक साइड से पिस्तौल लेते हो, एक साइड से पाम रहे है। अगर रिस्ट लॉक प्रॉपर नहीं है तो ये ऐसे इधर उधर जाएगा शॉट। एंड ये कब होता है पिस्तौल शूटिंग में मैक्सिमम, कि ट्रिगर एक्शन करते टाइम अगर वो शूटर का अपने रिस्ट पे ध्यान नहीं है, लॉक कंट्रोल में नहीं है। लॉक मीन्स क्या, वो जो मोमेंट कंट्रोल करनी है, दैट्स इट। उसको ताला चाबी लेके लॉक नहीं लगाना है, इसकी मोमेंट कंट्रोल करनी है। तो जब ट्रिगर एक्शन करते समय अगर शूटर रिस्ट की मोमेंट छोड़ देता है 360 डिग्री एनी एंगल में, तो वो शॉट एनी एंगल में चला जाएगा। सो व्हाइल एग्जीक्यूटिंग शॉट टिल द एंड ऑफ फॉलो थ्रू, आपका रिस्ट भी उतना ही फिक्स रहना चाहिए। गॉट इट? क्लियर?
Yeah, ma'am. But there is no specific angle for it, right?
No
It can vary according to
no,
the shooter.
it is according to आपका ग्रिप का जो है, that's it.
Okay, okay, got it.
जो आपका ग्रिप का है,
Got it. Thank you.
ऐसा एंगल वगैरह कोई नहीं, खाली आपको उसका
Thank you,
स्ट्रेंथनिंग
ma'am.
बढ़ाना है।
Ma'am, one last question.
Yes.
Weight distribution of two legs, मतलब right leg and left leg, how much weight we distributed? 50-50, 60-40 या 100, मतलब how much?
See,
One specific.
हाँ, ऐसा कोई थ्योरी में नहीं है कि 50-50, 60-40, 80-20। थिंग इज दैट आप जब पिस्तौल हाथ में लेते हो, ठीक है, तो आपका वेट आगे की पैर की तरह ज्यादा जाता है, तो आप शोल्डर से थोड़ा सा पीछे आ जाते हो। तो ये आने के बाद आप जस्ट आंख बंद करके आपके बॉडी को पूरा ऑब्जर्व करो कि आपका वेट कहाँ ज्यादा जा रहा है, आगे जा रहा है, पीछे जा रहा है, आपकी पिस्तौल हिल रही है, तो उस हिसाब से आपकी अपर बॉडी पोजीशन एडजस्ट करो, right? Because you are doing I am talking only for you because you're using chair. I'm not talking for the standing shooters.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है,
Para.
तो हाँ, तो आई एम टॉकिंग फॉर पैरा शूटर्स, दोज हु आर यूजिंग चेयर और स्टूल। सो आप पिस्तौल हाथ में पकड़ के जस्ट ऑब्जर्व करो खुद के बॉडी को कि अगर मेरा वेट, भले ही आपका 60% वेट लेफ्ट पैर पे है, 40% आगे है, बट उसमें आपको ज्यादा से ज्यादा स्थिरता मिल रही है, तो दैट इज ओके। ओके, गॉट माय पॉइंट? समझ में आया आपको मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ?
Yes, ma'am. But in general category shooter, the physically fit, sometimes he asks me how much weight, and I'm unable to answer. मतलब answer ही नहीं दे पाता हूँ, तो यार मैं पैराशूट में क्या?
See, if I'll say 50-50, that is also okay. बट अगेन आई विल से कि ये हर एक इंडिविजुअल, अगर मोटा शूटर है, जैसे मैंने आपको पिक्चर में एक चिंकी यादव करके बहुत पतली और लंबी शूटर थी, उसका एग्जांपल दिया, बट उसका अगर आप पिक्चर ऑब्जर्व करोगे तो उसका मैक्सिमम वेट लेफ्ट लेग पे था। इट मींस नियर अबाउट 60-70% उसका वेट लेफ्ट लेग पे था, राइट? बट शी इज ओलंपियन। अभी आप, अगर मैंने आपको बोला कि नहीं 50-50 चाहिए, और फिर अगर हम उसको ऑब्जर्व करेंगे, अरे वो तो ओलंपियन है, उसका तो 60-40 है। सो अगेन ये सब चीजें इंडिविजुअल शूटर पे डिपेंड रहती है। साइंटिफिकली इक्वल रहना चाहिए, थोड़ा 19-20 इधर उधर, अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट शूटर स्टेबिलिटी की स्टेबिलिटी, स्थिरता कितनी अच्छी है, और उस पोजीशन में अगर उस शूटर को ज्यादा से ज्यादा रिजल्ट मिल रहा है, तो दैट इज आइडियल, म्हणजे वो पोजीशन वो शूटर के लिए अच्छी है.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Ma'am, I have one question.
Yes.
Ma'am, you said that the first trigger weight is 7% below the black ball.
Hmm.
Then
Ah.
you said that there must be a continuous trigger squeezing.
Hmm.
Uh, I'm asking that, ma'am, when we are passing the black bull also, should we need to keep that trigger pulling, or should we take 7% of the from the black bull and 30% less 30% at the aiming area?
नहीं, वापस प्लीज आस्क अगेन, आई एम नॉट गेटिंग यू.
Ma'am, you said that first 70% above the black bull and next 30% at the aiming area.
Right.
And also, at that video, we saw that he's squeezing continuously.
Yes.
I'm asking that, ma'am, what should we do at the when we pass into the black bull?
Okay. See,
At
I
squeezing or
yes, I got your point. See, I have shown you 3 types of triggering. First is take 70% trigger weight, pass through the aiming, pass through the black bull and come in aiming area and apply 30%. Again, in this trigger type, there is 2 type of shooter. Number 1 shooter who is using 70% weight at the above the trigger, above the black bull. Okay.
Yes,
and then he pause that weight over there. Then he enter in the aiming area and then he start 30% weight. Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Second number shooter apply 70% weight at first point. Then he he apply 70, 72, 73, 74, 75% weight when he is crossing the black bull,
Black bull.
and then he land in aiming area and he pull that weight continuously. Okay. So what kind of triggering is suitable for you, that is advisable for you. Because
I got
in first shooter, jo first pull, first shooter who is taking first pull 70% weight and he is pausing there. So disadvantage of this triggering is that when that shooter will take part in competition, and when he land in aiming area, and if in aiming area he'll not able to pull further pressure because his trigger will get freeze because of match pressure. Okay. So then he will not able to apply next 30% weight. But one second, if that shooter he's not having any match pressure problem, he's taking first pull in competition also, he's pausing there, then he entering in aiming area and he can apply the pressure over there smoothly without any match pressure, then that trigger weight is okay for him. Okay. So you have to select which kind of trigger weight is helpful for you in training and in competition also. Is it clear?
Thank you, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Okay.
I have one question.
Yes.
Jagdish Kinadekar.
Yes.
Di.
Yes, Jagdish.
हाँ, good afternoon, Di.
Good afternoon.
मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि राइफल शूटिंग में हम लोग 90 डिग्री स्टैंडिंग पोजीशन लेके शूट करते, और पिस्टल में अगर 45 डिग्री स्टैंडिंग पोजीशन लेके शूट किया तो चलेगा या हाँ?
Yes. Actually, good you talk about this. ये point मेरा रह गया था. See, in pistol shooting, there is variation in stance. Like as you said, rifle shooting में आप पूरा 90 degree खड़े रहते हो. Pistol shooting में you have one advantage कि you can move up till 45 degree. Right? और थोड़ा ज़्यादा भी. You can stand facing to the target like this also. Again, I'll say it is again depend on that individual shooter. If you'll observe Manu Bakar's stance, if you'll observe Hina Sidhu's stance, if you'll observe Jitu Rai's stance, if you'll observe Harpreet Singh's stance, everyone having different stance.
Right.
Some shooter, those who are okay with head neck position and pointing their gun to the target, then 90% stance is okay for them. Few shooters, maybe they are heavy, their neck head position, they are having a lot of stiffness, so they turn their leg little in 45-degree, and then they adapt that stance. Okay.
Right.
So
Right.
as a coach, that is our task to observe the shooter's body position, to observe the shooter's physical fitness capacity, and then you can recommend that stance to that shooters. और ऐसा भी नहीं है कि if that shooter is very big new, like 11-12 साल का बच्चा अगर आपके पास ट्रेनिंग को आता है और उसको कभी जिंदगी में उसने 12 साल तक उसने कभी फिटनेस नहीं किया हो, या उसको कभी भी आदत नहीं हो, उसके हैबिट्स भी बैड हो, उसका बोन स्ट्रक्चर या उसका मस्कुलर स्ट्रक्चर भी बहुत खराब हो या वीक हो, तो उस टाइप अगर उस बच्चे को या लड़की को आप 90 डिग्री वाला स्टांस दोगे, तो might be there will be a lot of shivering, or he'll not, or
Right.
he or she will not be able to hold the pistol properly. तो आपको कुछ दिन तो उनके फिटनेस पे वर्कआउट करना है, उनको बहुत कम स्टैंडिंग शूटिंग देना है, सपोर्ट शूटिंग में ज्यादा डालना है. और अगर वो बच्चा 12 साल में अगर 90 डिग्री का स्टांस ओके है, बट इट माइट चांसेस कि वो जब बच्चा थोड़ा बड़ा होता है, उसका फिटनेस या उसका बॉडी स्ट्रक्चर चेंज होता है, तो वो स्टांस इन फ्यूचर थोड़ा बहुत चेंज भी हो सकता है. सो दैट इज विद द कोच शूटर्स आपको वो वर्कआउट करते रहना है जब तक वो बच्चा का ग्रोथ पीरियड कंप्लीट हो नहीं जाता है, तब तक वो स्टांस में वेरिएशन आ भी सकते हैं.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much.
Okay, welcome.
Ma'am, I have one more question.
Yes.
वेट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, बॉडी वेट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन फुट पे किस तरह से होना चाहिए पिस्टल में, लाइक टुवर्ड्स टो और टुवर्ड्स हिल और इन द मिडल?
In the middle advisable. Again, it is depend on body posture. अगर एक आधा बच्चा बहुत फैट है तो उसका स्टांस कैसा है, 90 डिग्री है टुवर्ड्स 45 डिग्री है, तो वो देखना पड़ेगा. और फिर उसका जैसे व्रिस्ट लॉक है वैसे एंकल लॉक भी प्रॉपर उसका हो रहा है, तो मोस्ट ऑफ द थोड़ा सा आगे की तरफ झुक के वो एंकल लॉक हो जाता है. बट अगर इफ दैट शूटर इज लिटिल फैट और शॉर्ट, सो अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट शूटर स्टेबिलिटी, तो उसकी आप स्टेबिलिटी का टेस्ट ले लो. वो जो स्टेबिलिटी का डिस्क आता है, या जस्ट उसको योगा मैट फोल्ड करके उस पे खड़ा करो और चेक उसको थोड़ा सा आगे बेंड करके खड़े रहने को बोलो, पीछे बेंड करके खड़े रहने को बोलो, और मैक्सिमम स्टेबिलिटी उसकी चेक करो. सो यू विल बी एबल टू नो कि उसका कौन से पोजीशन में मैक्सिमम स्टेबिलिटी है. Got my point?
Yeah. So it varies again according to the shooter.
Yes, varies according.
Yes. I would like to add something here, Rupali.
Yeah, please, ma'am.
Shraddha here.
Yeah.
See, means whatever madam said, that you have to check his balance. When he is shooting, you have to see his body. Means if it has sway, his body has sway. On which side it has sway, that you have to check. Hello.
Yeah, getting it.
Okay. Then you decide ki, for that shooter what is advisable, which posture is advisable for him.
Okay. And ma'am, if you don't mind, can I ask one more question?
Yes. Please go ahead. No question limit.
Hello.
Hello. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I would like to understand the barrel weight in pistol, because rifle, it is, I think it is easier, but how to identify how much weight should be put on the barrel and on which side of the barrel
See,
for pistol?
राइफल राइफल में वेट जरूरी होता है most of the time, but it is not at all necessary in pistol to add a weight. Again, check the shooter, check the pistol. अगर बच्चा छोटा है and he is using senior pistol like big barrel वाली pistol, सो वो छोटे बच्चे को बिग बैरल वाली पिस्तौल को बिग मीन्स सीनियर पिस्तौल यूज कर रहा है, तो उसको वेट ऐड करने की जरूरत ही नहीं, बिकॉज वो बच्चे का स्ट्रेंथ ऑलरेडी कम है. अगर वो जूनियर बैरल पिस्तौल यूज करता है एंड दैट इज ओके फॉर हिम और हर, देन अगेन नो नीड टू ऐड वेट ऑन बैरल. अगर वो बच्चे किड्स वेपन यूज करता है, दैट इज ओके फॉर हिम और हर, then again no need to add weight. अगर you observe कि बच्चा छोटा है, 12 साल का ही है, फिटनेस भी उसका बहुत अच्छा है और वो किड्स पिस्तौल यूज कर रहा है, जस्ट लिसन केयरफुली. बच्चा 12 साल का ही है, फिटनेस लेवल इज वेरी गुड एंड ही इज और शी इज यूजिंग किड्स पिस्तौल. इट मीन्स दैट बच्चे का फिटनेस अच्छा है, बट उसका वेपन बहुत लाइट है उसके लिए, राइट? लाइट है, या वो जब ट्रिगरिंग करता है तो थोड़ा सा एज अ कोच आप ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हो कि थोड़ा सा जर्क आ रहा है उसके बैरल में, तो फिर थोड़ा सा वेट वो फ्रंट साइड के नीचे जो होता है, इफ दैट इज पार्डिनी किड्स पिस्तौल, उधर ऐड करो. अगर वो स्टेयर पिस्तौल है तो बैरल के साइड में रहता है, ठीक है? तो उधर आपको छोटे छोटे से 50 ग्राम के वेट दोनों साइड में बैलेंस करने हैं, वो ऐड करने हैं. तो अगेन एज अ कोच यू विल डिसाइड कि वो बच्चे की स्ट्रेंथ क्या है, स्ट्रेंथ के अनुसार उसकी पिस्तौल है या नहीं है, और तभी डिसाइड करना है कि वेट की जरूरत है या नहीं है. गॉट इट?
Ma'am,
and again it is depend on whether it is he is using पार्डिनी की बैरल सर्कल जैसी है, गोल है, तो उसको वो बैरल को वेट करने का ऐड करने का चांस नहीं. बट अभी पार्डिनी के बैरल का एक अलग से अटैचमेंट आया है, उसको आप ऐड कर सकते हो. तो वो सेंटर में फ्रंट साइड बैक साइड, अगेन वो बच्चा वो जो शूटर है उसको वेपन हाथ में देके उसका ड्राई शॉट लाइव शॉट ऑब्जर्व करो, वो कौन से साइड में जर्क दे रहा है, तो फिर अकॉर्डिंगली आपको पीछे ऐड करना है, आगे ऐड करना है, वो डिसाइड करना पड़ेगा.
रूपाली, गन के साथ वेट्स आए रहते हैं.
हाँ.
वो इसके लिए वो उसकी जरूरत ज्यादा कब पड़ती है, जब वो शूटर 2 इवेंट कर रहा है. मतलब अगर वो फायर आर्म कर रहा है, इन दैट केस ये ऐड करने की जरूरत रहती है, वेट ऐड करने की. अदरवाइज कंपनी ने दिया है इसलिए वेट ऐड नहीं करना है. ओके.
उस राइफल भी ये ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम आता है, इन पिस्तौल ये प्रॉब्लम ज्यादा नहीं आता है.
okay, ma'am.
Yes.
My last question is the velocity of the pistol. We decrease, increase sometimes, and check in with. How much it's helpful in increase and decrease?
सी, आप एक तो कौन सी वेपन यूज करते हो आप? आपकी स्टेयर सी, हर एक वेपन की वेलोसिटी का मेजरमेंट्स थोड़ा बहुत अलग दिया है. स्टेयर की वेलोसिटी 155 टू 165 के बीच में रहती है. तो अगर उससे ज्यादा हो तो वो थोड़ा 165 के ज्यादा जाएगा तो थोड़ा जर्क आएगा, या 155 से थोड़ा कम आएगा तो थोड़ा सा शॉट डाउन मारेगा. तो first check the velocity of your pistol. If it is okay between 155 to 160, देन तो फिर आपको बढ़ाने की या कम करने की जरूरत नहीं है। अगर 165 से ज्यादा आगे है या 155 से ज्यादा नीचे है तो आपको वो एडजस्ट करने की जरूरत है। ठीक है, तो
Ma'am,
यस
okay, ma'am, I got it. One question: the use firearms, then continuously use air pistol, then it's sometimes it's looking heavy, sometimes it's light. Then what? क्या करें मतलब nothing.
आप फायर आर्म में कौन सा इवेंट करते हो?
मैं 50 स्टैंडर्ड 25 मीटर पिस्टल एंड 50 मीटर।
अच्छा,
जस्ट भी हाँ सब करते, जस्ट स्टार्टेड।
ओके, तो आपको क्या दिक्कत आती है? एयर पिस्तौल ज्यादा लाइट लगने लगती है?
हाँ, एयर पिस्टल जस्ट लाइट एंड फायर आर्म्स heavy then.
Yes, that's what now Shraddha ma'am has given explanation on this. Those who are doing firearm, उनको ये फर्क थोड़ा सा पड़ता है. Even not only in the pistol, they feel difference in trigger also. Like एयर पिस्तौल का ट्रिगर आपका 500 ग्राम का है, फ्री पिस्तौल का तो आप 10 ग्राम भी रख सकते हो, 100 ग्राम भी रख सकते हो, बट वही आप 25 मीटर में जाओगे तो आपको 1000 ग्राम का ट्रिगर वेट हैंडल करना है. तो सबसे पहले तो खुद को सेल्फ टॉक या साइकोलॉजिकली ये बताना है कि ये मेरा 10 मीटर का इवेंट है, इसकी पिस्तौल का वेट 900 ग्राम ही है, ट्रिगर वेट 500 ग्राम ही है, एंड आई एम गोइंग टू एंजॉय दिस बिकॉज ये मुझे इवेंट अच्छा लगता है. राइट? आप
Yes, ma'am,
50
yes, ma'am.
मीटर में फ्री पिस्तौल खेलने जाते हो तो खुद को ये बताओ ये 50 मीटर का इवेंट मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है बिकॉज टारगेट 50 मीटर के दूरी पे रहता है और ट्रिगर वेट तो एकदम 10 ग्राम भी मैं रख सकता हूँ, तो इसका फील भी अलग है. अगर ये साइकोलॉजिकली आप खुद को पॉजिटिव रखोगे तो यू विल एंजॉय दैट इवेंट. अगेन 25 मीटर के जितने भी इवेंट है, स्टैंडर्ड पिस्तौल लो, रैपिड लो, सेंटर फायर लो, उसका टाइमिंग का फीलिंग एंड 1000 ग्राम प्रेशर देने का फीलिंग भी अलग है, मजा भी अलग है. तो वो आपको पहले तो साइकोलॉजिकली वो एक्सेप्ट करना पड़ेगा. देन फिर भी आपको एयर पिस्तौल लाइट लगे तो थोड़ा सा, जैसे श्रद्धा मैम ने अभी कहा कि थोड़ा सा फिर बैरल को वेट ऐड कर लो कि आपको वो थोड़ा सा 25 मीटर के वेपन का वो फील आ जाएगा. बट ट्रिगर वेट तो आप बहुत बढ़ा नहीं सकते, मीन्स मैकेनिकली बढ़ा सकते हो, बट एयर पिस्तौल का वेट अगर आपने 1000 ग्राम कर दिया तो आपको एरिया में बहुत स्ट्रगल करनी पड़ेगी. राइट? तो खाली आप
Yes, ma'am.
पिस्तौल का वेट थोड़ा सा बढ़ा सकते हो, बट पहले तो साइकोलॉजिकली खुद को हर एक इवेंट के साथ एंजॉय करने को बताओ खुद को.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
ओके, वेलकम.
Thanks, ma'am.
यस, एनीवन एल्स? और कोई है, और शुड वी स्टॉप? ओके, we'll stop here and tomorrow we'll continue what makes a successful shooter at 3 p.m. and I'm expecting you come with lot of questions. अगर अभी आपको नहीं आ रहे, कल आप पूछ सकते हो, क्योंकि कल मैंने ज्यादा टाइम रखा है क्वेश्चन आंसर के लिए. ओके, एनी इवेंट, नो डाउट, अगर आपको दूसरे इवेंट के भी क्वेश्चन आंसर हो वो भी आप पूछ सकते हो. एंड 15 जून को मंडे को हम 3 बजे स्पोर्ट्स पिस्तौल का भी सेशन लेने वाले हैं. उसका भी आपको डिटेल, अगर आपको ज्वाइन होना है तो व्हाट्सएप या इस पे आ जाएगा, वो फेसबुक पेज भी आ जाएगा. ठीक है? सो तभी भी आप पूछ सकते हो. कल हम व्हाट मेक्स अ सक्सेसफुल शूटर, इसका हम कुछ डिस्कशन करेंगे, कुछ प्रेजेंटेशन देखेंगे और फिर क्वेश्चन आंसर लेंगे. ओके? So,
yes ma'am. जी.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Then see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Keep your mobile charged with 3 GB, 4 GB data, so you will not miss the session.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Okay, bye.
More
See you.
information tomorrow, ma'am.
यस, ओके. और कल के लिए अगर आपको कुछ और चाहिए कि मैं आपको मींस व्हाट मेक्स अ सक्सेसफुल शूटर्स में कुछ प्रेजेंटेशन देने वाली हूँ, बट आपको और कुछ क्वेश्चन है जिसके ऊपर आप चाहते हो मैं बोलूँ, तो वो आप मुझे ईमेल करोगे या मैसेज करोगे तो भी चलेगा. ठीक है? सो आई विल कवर दैट.
Thank you, ma'am.
ओके, बाय, वेलकम.
Bye.
बाय बाय.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, bye. Welcome.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye bye.